Okay, let's make this quick. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 claims he wants to take you on a ride back to 90s skate culture, where the X Games felt as big as the Olympics, everybody's preferred method of transportation was a skateboard, and for some reason people only shot videos using fisheye lenses. Unfortunately, once you get past the initial wave of fond memories, it becomes clear how much of a shameless cash grab this game is. Firstly, it needs to be said that if you bought the disc version of Tony Hawk 5, you need to download a 7 gig day 1 update in order to access most of the game. Seriously, what the hell is with every game needing a day 1 update? When you finally get the game going, on the surface it seems to stay true to the original fundamentals of Tony Hawk, such as being able to string together sick combos and pulling off incredibly difficult or impossible skate tricks that cannot be attempted in real life. However, a big detriment to this is the unnecessarily forced addition of the slam button. By holding down triangle, you can make your skater slam down to the ground faster while in the air. However, triangle is also used as the grind button. This may not seem like a big deal, but during a crucial situation where you're trying to keep your combo going, the game can easily mistake a grind for a slam and cost you a precious amount of points. After about 30 minutes of playing, where the nostalgia starts to wear off, you quickly start to realize just how shallow the whole experience is. There are only 8 levels in the game, all of which feel just as lifeless and boring as the last. The missions the game gives you to complete start off fun, but become incredibly mundane and repetitive once you realize they are essentially the same 10 minigames repackaged in slightly different ways. Beating every mission is mandatory in order to unlock the next level, as well as unlock costumes for your custom skater, although when I say custom skater, I don't mean being able to build a skater from the ground up. You're given a small selection of professional skaters to choose from, and you can give them pre-made bodies and clothing styles that are provided for you. Once you get tired of playing through the main missions, and trust me, you will, then you can try to go into an online match and face other players in various events. While these online modes are slightly more fun than playing through the campaign, there seem to be very few people willing to play them. After many attempts at trying to get some matches going, I was only able to play a handful of games and they got boring pretty quickly. The ability to customize your own park is there, as well as the ability to see what other people have made in the player-created levels. However, even though they give you a pretty good amount of options as to what you can add, I think we all know what most people end up doing. Even though Robomoto was responsible for Tony Hawk Shred, Tony Hawk Ride, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, I wanted to give them one last chance since this series is so close to my heart. All of this could have been acceptable for 10 or maybe 15 bucks, but charging $60 for this should be considered a crime. There are some interesting ideas in here, such as the co-op and online player lobbies, but all of them seem half-baked and rushed. Between a lack of modes, weak character customization, bizarre physics, and copious amounts of glitches, the game feels just as lifeless as Tony Hawk's body when he beats on a trick. Unfortunately, this may end up being the final nail in the coffin for what was once an incredibly fun franchise. Overall, I give Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 67 jukeboxes out of 33 cheese sandwiches. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. If there's a game coming out soon that you want us to review next, feel free to let us know in the comments below. Thanks, have a good one.